Good morning. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210th District Court criminal docket for December 8th, 2022. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Serna, will you go ahead and call our first case, please?
Yes, ma'am. We'll go with Mr. Coronado on cause number 2019-0D07005. State of Texas versus Edward Joseph Limon. May I have an announcement of counsel, please? And other parties.
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state. State's ready, Your Honor.
Morning, Judge. Sergio Coronado on behalf of Mr. Limon.
Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. Who's Carla? Are you covering this one?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, I am.
Okay, it's probation status hearing. Let me pull up the report really quickly. Okay. Just glancing at it, Carla, it looks like a good report, but for I guess one skip that we had. And this is after, we'd had some issues with him with the monitor, but it looks like, is this the gentleman, Mr. Coronado, that picked up the DWI while he was on probation?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so that's why we have the monitor on him. How is he doing overall, Carla? I mean, it looks like he's okay.
Your Honor, yes, Your Honor, I don't see any non-compliance. The only thing is, obviously, he just to continue reporting. He did complete anger management. We were to review this from June of this year to make sure he was still doing everything good. Like you saw, that was the only issue with the monitor was in November, but there is reasoning behind it according to the officer's report.
And he completed his community service too, right? He completed anger management and community service.
Yes, Your Honor.
Those are good things. So let's see, how long do we have him? To 24.
24, and he is also on the DWI misdemeanor probation, Judge. So
when does that end? Do you know?
I glanced at it earlier. I want to say it was April of next year, Judge.
Why don't we come back? Why don't we come back after his DWI probation has termed? So let's do May or early June. Maybe we can do June 1st, 2023. And let's do a review. Let's see what he has left on our probation and see how he did on the misdemeanor probation. And let's just take a look at his case again. How does that sound? Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's doing really well. It looks like he's doing really well, Mr. Coronado. And so any concerns that I, might have had with him, picking up that DWI, if he finishes that misdemeanor probation successfully, we may need to relook at his case.
Yes, Judge, and just for the court's knowledge, the one issue that there was mentioned was a skip. He did go immediately and take a hair follicle and it came out negative and it went back because it wasn't an intentional misjudge. So
Mr. Coronado, is he working?
Yes, he is, Judge.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, he is, Judge.
Had a $60 probation fee. Let's just look at his case come May, June 2023. And if we have how can I say, is he on deferred?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, he's on deferred. Let's just look at it again in 6 months. No concerns right now. So that's good to go, I think.
And he did make a payment yesterday at one of the kiosks, Judge.
Sounds good.
$57, I believe.
Okay. All right.
And
great. It sounds to me like he's on track. We'll come back, like I said, late May, early June to do a review and let's reassess this case.
yes, Judge.
Okay.
All right.
Your
Thank you. Monday.
The motion is still open, or are you going to leave it open for now?
No, let's close it. Let's close it. I'm satisfied with his performance up through this point. So
He has been diligently been on him to make sure that he gets everything done, and so has his family, Judge. His father has been very
Good.
instrumental in talking to him, and so I think he's on the right track.
Yeah. Hope so.
He did do his DWI class already, so he's well on his way to getting this finished.
Okay, we'll see him in, I guess, 6 months it is, 6 months.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all take care. Be safe.
You too. Who's next?
Next case is cause number 2022-0D00563, State of Texas versus Juan Angel Ramirez. May I have announcement of council, please?
Roa King for the state of Texas. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Omar Carmona on behalf of Mr. Ramirez. Ready, Your Honor.
Okay, and this is set for a status conference. How we doing?
Your Honor, we just got a rec from the state. It is 40 TDC. I spoke with Ms. Butterworth this morning that was all we were waiting for was a recommendation.
Mhm.
And we are obviously leaving the case on the trial track for now.
Okay, well, we have, our next setting isn't until, well, it's the end of January, but then we're going into trial. So
Right.
if we have any issues, please let us know. Scheduling is a little tight those first 3 months already. So if we need extra hearings on things, please ask for them quickly. Okay,
Sure.
thank you so much. Thank you. You all are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
I had
Mr.
one
Carmona?
more, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, let me go ahead and call that. See, cause number 2018-0D05294. State of Texas versus Pedro Garcia. May I have announcement of council?
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state ready, Your Honor.
Omar Carmona on behalf of Pedro Garcia. Ready, Your Honor.
okay. What page is that on? Vic?
Page 7. I'm sorry.
Page
Judge.
7, okay. I knew I
And
saw it.
I do have the defendant on.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring him in.
Oh, I'm sorry. And Mr. Cerna, you did see that Mr. Ramirez was he checked in, correct?
Yes, he checked in. I lost him a little while ago. He was in the waiting room and he's been having problems with his phone, but we're
Okay.
good. We're good.
Okay. So we were leaving the motion open for 3 months since our last, I guess more or less since our last hearing. We reduced the fees, $25 retro, but we don't have any payments there. We have some movement on the community service. Let's see, when does he turn? Oh, a long time now. Carla, are you covering this one?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I see a recommendation here is to continue to allow him to work through probation, but I don't see anything about anything on the motion outstanding, staying outstanding or not. We've only been here 3 months ago. We had significant failures to report. Was there any other sanction? Did I give him any days ACOP or anything like that?
No, Your Honor.
No?
If I may, and I apologize, I don't want to speak for his probation officer. I know he just got transferred to the top caseload.
Mhm.
But in the transfer from the last hearing to now, the only thing I see off the bat, Judge, that I would like for you to just remind Mr. Garcia is, I know initially when he was going to be transferred to TAP, they would call him and they were having a hard time contacting him. He did miss a couple of TAP initial appointments to get him going. I know now he has attended, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 appointments.
Okay.
But I know through, probably October through November, there were some issues with him not showing up,
Carla, any reason that's not in this case summary?
No, Your Honor, I apologize. I did try to reach out to the officer this morning just to make sure, because I did look at that. But
So right off the bat, what that tells me, Mr. Carmona, Mr. Garcia, is that MTA is going to stay open. And we're going to come back in 6 months and we're going to review it. If these are, not indicative of any future compliance, then great, then we'll dismiss that motion. But for now, as I was reading the summary, it makes it look like he's really completely on track, but that doesn't sound to me like he is. So I'm not saying you're not, Mr. Garcia. What I'm saying is I'm going to wait 6 months and see if you really are making yourself available as you should be with probation or not. If they're having trouble with you, then we're going to look at that motion. So we'll come back in 6 months. Mr. Garcia will be required to be here at that hearing via Zoom as well. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you. Thank you, Carla.
Maybe
right.
excuse.
Yes, sir. Who's
Thank
next?
you.
Is it? That's
Okay,
it?
that's it.
Thank you.
Right.
Judge, since we have the interpreter, I'll jump right into that case.
Which one is that one?
This is on page 7.
Hector
Hector
Magallanes?
Magallanes. Yes, let me go ahead and get him into.
Does he have an attorney?
I do not have noted on here.
Okay. Okay.
It just probation. I assume.
Mhm.
Let me go. Go ahead and call it, Judge.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Cause number 20180D03281. State of Texas versus Hector Magallanes. May I have announcement of council?
So hold on, let's get the interpreter function going
Oh,
for
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Magallanes, sorry.
Thank you, Judge.
Mm-hmm. It'll give me a second to review the report too.
There you go.
So I hope somebody can help Mr. Magallanes select the Spanish function.
His son is there, Your Honor.
Me quitas. Magaña, señor Magañas, me quita el cachucha, por favor. Ok, está bien.
Let me
Did you
see.
hear you, Ms. Hernandez?
Are they indicating?
We probably need to turn it off and then give him
Turn
the
off the
direction.
function? Yeah. Oh, there he is. Señor Magallanes, ¿sí me escucha?
Sí, sí, señora
Okay,
juez,
let me-
sí le escucho.
Ok, ahí debe de haber una función para escoger el idioma en que va a oír lo que pasa. No sé, what is it? Is it the 3 dots that are on the bottom? I don't know. Ms. Hernandez, can you probably do that better in Spanish? Maybe give him some instruction. Thank you.
Señor Magallanes,
Sí, señora.
sí escucha, le habla Mirna, señor, de parte de la corte. Hay 3 puntitos, debe de haber 3 puntitos ahí en su teléfono. Ahí es donde le tiene que seleccionar interpretación
Oh, sí, sí.
para
ya
que le
está.
puedan asistir.
Y escoge español.
Ok, ya está en español. ¿Hacemos mute the original audio o will it be like off?
Mute original. Mhm.
The original.
Sí,
Ok.
apáguelo, joven.
Listo,
Ok,
ya está.
ya, ahí está, ya.
Okay,
Sí,
I'm
ahí
muting,
está.
so I don't hear.
Sí, ahora sí lo escucho. Sí.
Beautiful. Thanks for all the
Sí.
assists.
Gracias.
All right. Did we already get announcements?
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
redo it
Sorry,
again.
Michelle.
Or you want me to
Please,
do it
please,
again?
would you call it again?
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Cause number 20180D0.
So I don't know. Mr. Serna is on English because I can't hear you, but so I'm going to call it 2018 0D03281 State of Texas versus Hector Magallanes. May I have announcements, please?
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state, State Treasurer, Your Honor.
Leanna Gandara, adult probation.
And Mr. Magallanes is appearing remotely and utilizing the assistance of a court interpreter, Ms. Patricia Hernandez. We are scheduled today for an admonishment hearing. Mr. Magallanes, I just want to double check. Can you hear us okay?
Sí, sí, estoy escuchando bien. Sí, estoy escuchando bien, señora.
Okay. So Ms. Gandara, I was going through this report, but why don't you go ahead and tell me, because it looks like there's a lot of info.
Yes, Your Honor. He has the issue of where he misses his test windows, but he tests late. He does tend to say that he oversleeps and he doesn't hear the device. I've had recommended that he get someone to help him at his home, you know, set alarms. And that seems to be a little bit better now for this month in November, where he's understanding that it's very important for him to test within that window that he's given on the device. There was an issue back in October, Your Honor, where he paid for his unit with Smart Start. However, the device didn't communicate with their system to let him to continue to test, and it did lock him out. That was not a violation on his part. It was the unit. I did contact Smart Start, went over what had happened. He went quickly to the Smart Start local shop, and they went ahead and adjusted his device so that it could communicate with their system so that he could have his test windows as scheduled.
Okay. But it is a lot. It's an extensive history, right? It's an
Yes,
extensive
yes,
history of missed tests.
yes. Do you want, would you like me to go over each one of them, Your Honor?
Oh, no, that's okay. I see him. Mr. Magallanes, you're here because probation has told
señora,
me
pues.
that you, they have a lot of trouble with you maintaining compliance on testing. I did review the summary, the case summary that shows the lockout and some of the issues last month. But we're talking about a full year, maybe all the way back into 2021, where you're just not able to discipline yourself enough to remain compliant. And that's a problem for the court because of the nature of the underlying offense. It's a driving while intoxicated. Is this a true third, Ms. Rago or Ms. Gandara? Do you all know?
Let me see, Your Honor.
I gotta think it is, but I'm not sure. Is that the only issue, Ms. Gandara?
That is the only issue, Judge. The only other little issue that he does have, Judge, and I'm not meaning to say little, is his restitution payments. He's
Okay.
making small payments.
Sí.
And I know that
Sí.
there was issues at work where work was
Okay.
slow because he's in the construction.
Mm-hmm.
Sí.
So that is part of the issue
Sí.
where work is slow. It fluctuates.
Mr. Gandara, Mr. Magallanes. I'm going to be just very straightforward with you. Whatever your problem is in testing timely is going to be remedied this way. We are going to review this case in 60 days. If at that point I have one test where you are not compliant, you are going to do some jail time. And I know that's not going to be convenient for you if you're working, you have holidays, things of that nature. And Ms. Gandara, what I will let you know is that I don't need to wait the 60 days to find out he's missing his test. As soon as you know he's missing his test, you let me know and we'll just have a nice little warrant ready for him to go to jail.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the only way I can see, Mr. Magallanes, to get through to you about how important this court takes testing on that device. You clearly know that if you have any issues, you work with probation and the provider of that device. But the only remedy I see here is if this continues to happen is to give you a sanction of jail time. And I'm talking 30, 60 days. You've already done your days, ACOP. I'm very serious about this. On the flip side, I do see the outstanding restitution and the court isn't insensitive to, I guess, financial difficulties. So it looks like his probation fees are at $60. So I am going to reduce his probation fees retroactive to day one to $2,500. $25 a month. And then I need to see some movement on the restitution because it looks like, you know, you've made small payments which have added up to $1,000, but a little over $1,000, but you have $9,500 in restitution. There's almost $8,500 still outstanding. That's a lot. So you need to work on the restitution. So we'll come back in 60 days, Ms. Gandara, if I don't hear from you sooner. And then we'll look at what we can do, Mr. Magallanes. Maybe you can get with Ms. Gandara. What I'm thinking on the restitution is we need to start making some type of monthly requirement. Maybe we do a financial on him, maybe get an idea. I just really, I wouldn't need a financial. I just need to know from Mr. Magallanes a concrete commitment that he can make to make payments towards that restitution. Okay. So with that, Mr. Magallanes, do you have any questions for the court?
No, señora juez. Todo está bien. Todo bien.
If you do, in the interim, I am going to ask that when we set that review hearing in 60 days, that you appear just as you did today. And I will urge you to work with Ms. Gandara on the restitution. And if you have any questions about the monitor, because I assure you, she's going to come directly to me the second you do not test when you're supposed to. Okay. All right. If there are no other questions, thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Hernandez. Ms. Gandara, I know I'll hear from you. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. You all are excused. Thank you. Okay. Does anybody else need the interpreter?
Sí, señor. Sí, señora juez. Todo está bien.
Oops, sorry. I removed it. I thought that was you. I thought that was you talking before I realized that I already got rid of him. Sorry. I don't know. Vic, do we need her?
Sure, you're the last one. Yes, that was the only one.
Okay, I still don't hear Vic, but yes, I think he's telling me no. Ms. Hernandez, thank you for your time today.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, sorry. I had to undo everything.
But you know, your nonverbal signals were working.
Very elaborate. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
Who's next?
Next
Let's
case.
turn off this interpreter function then if we're not going to use it. Yeah,
Okay. Now you guys can hear me? Just want to double check.
definitely. I
No?
think it was just me. Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Case number 20180D0 0594, State of Texas versus Jose Molina. May I have announcements, please?
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state. State's ready, Your Honor.
Liana Gandara, adult probation.
Mr. Molina, if you're there, I need you to turn on your camera. And then now you need to unmute. Can we
Good
turn
morning,
off the
Your Honor.
interpreter function, please?
Whatever. Wait, let me see. Can you hear me now on this? No.
Good morning, Your Honor. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I did English and then I did that again.
Mr. Molina, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, I
Good
still
morning.
can't hear him. Mr. Molina? Can you say
Yes, Your
something?
Honor.
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay,
Sorry about that. Good morning.
that's okay. So we're scheduled for an admonishment hearing. Ms. Gandara, is this one yours as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you want to go ahead and give me, I'm seeing the same kind of thing here. Talk to me.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Molina had already served 10 days ACOP for the violations. on the device, Your Honor. That hearing was held August 12th of 2022.
Mhm,
He was admonished by the court. He was ordered to serve those 10 days,
mhm,
including his 10 original probated days that he was for the 10-day ACOP. He
mhm,
did serve those in September.
mhm.
He did have, in September, there was violations. I did note on there the days that he was serving the days in jail.
Mhm.
However, September 15th, there was a violation. He missed the window from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. He did test and then he did test at 10:52 in the morning. So he tested late, Your Honor, on that.
Mhm.
And then he missed a test window on September 15th. And he tested at 10:34 p.m. So it was 34 minutes late, Your Honor. He did miss September 17th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. He did test late at 9:43 a.m. He missed the September 18th from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. He did test 16 minutes late at 10:16. He missed a test window September 20th from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. He did test at 3:57 p.m. He missed the test window on September 21st from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. He did test at 1:31 in the morning. So that one was a few hours late, Your Honor. That was the issue for the one for September, Your Honor.
Mhm.
In October, and in October, he did have misses where he was late. He did report that he was having medical issues, and not to get into HIPAA issues, Your Honor. He has provided documentation that he did go to the doctor, and I do have several dates that he did go. He is under care, and he does have doctor's appointments for follow-ups for this month.
Mhm.
And then for November, Your Honor, that is not included in your report because I did get those get those reports late from the SCRAM unit. So for November, he missed November 7th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. He did test at 10:18. November 13th, he missed the 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. He did test at 10:51. He missed the November 17th from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. He tested at 10:43 p.m. He missed the November 19th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. He tested at 9:56 a.m. He missed November 19th from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. He tested at 10:46 p.m. He missed November 20th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. He tested at 10:55 a.m. November 21st, he missed the 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. He tested at 10:23 a.m. November 23rd, he missed the 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. The battery was depleted on the unit, so he got to test at 10:31 a.m. He missed the November 24th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. He tested at 9:49 a.m. On November 27th, he missed the 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. He tested at 10:04. And I did go over those test windows with him, Judge, when he reported with me on December 6th, which was this Tuesday, Your Honor.
And what's the problem?
Are you
What's the
speaking to me, ma'am?
excuse? What's the excuse? I don't understand.
No excuses, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's stop right there. Ms. Gandara, count up how many misses we have in November.
Your Honor, if I may,
Go ahead.
since November or for the past 5 weeks, I've tried my best, and I believe about 99% of the time I've tested within the 1 hour grace period that Ms. Gandara has mentioned to me that is available when testing, but my goal is to test on time 100% of the time now. I think I've improved since I've been in front of the court, and my apologies.
Yeah. Ms. Gandara, how many skip tests do we have for November?
For November, Your Honor, I count 9.
Okay, So you're gonna do twice as many days ACOP. That's gonna be 18 days. You did 10 last time, you're doing 18 now. Are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we can do work release. You start turning yourself in tomorrow. Tomorrow is December 9th. You go in at 9 p.m. Release at 5 a.m. If you fail to show up for your day's ACOP, then you're going to do them straight, if not worse, because at this point, I'm just not really seeing any compliance with that monitor. Ms. Rago or Ms. Gandara, he's on 7 years. So is this a true third?
Let me check, Your Honor.
Can somebody run him for, is he driving? Somebody run him for tickets.
He's not driving, Your Honor. Is what he has reported. He gets rides from his family and friends, coworkers, Uber.
Mr. Molina, it doesn't seem like you really want to comply with probation. The monitor to me is number one. You have no excuses. I understand if you had some, but this history of not testing and you did it your ACOP days and you're still not getting it, and you have this goal to be compliant is not satisfactory.
Understand, Your Honor. Comply.
Well, I mean, we can just revoke your probation. I'm happy to do that because I'm going to get real tired of trying to use up ACOP days to get your attention. What do you
Your
do?
Honor. I work for Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid, working with low-income veterans.
Your Honor, it looks like it was the fourth arrest for a DWI. The first one was a dismissal, Your Honor. I'm assuming it was a PTD. It was a PTD. That was in 2009.
All right. That's going to be the order of the court. We're going to come back in 60 days, Ms. Gandara. I don't know what's going to happen with Mr. Molina, but I don't intend to go the ACOP days if we have any more violations. In other words, if we continue to violate Mr. Molina, I just want a bench warrant. Okay, I'm done with admonishments. All right. So Marissa, you'll get me the order. Ms. Gandara, you'll touch base with him on turning himself in, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, Your Honor. That will be tomorrow, correct?
Correct.
Yes, Your Honor. I've already got the order prepared and I did check for tickets and I don't see any.
Okay, perfect. Mr. Molina, you need to get on track. That's all I have to say. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Who's next?
Next case is on page 8, cause number 20200D00646, State of Texas versus Dorian Desiree Natividad. May I have announcements, please?
Samantha Rock on behalf of the state. Say ready, Your Honor.
Liana Gandara, adult probation.
Dorian Natividad, present.
Ms. Natividad, are you in the hospital?
I was, ma'am. I've been in bed rest since then. They found an ovary cyst on my ovaries, and then I have a UTI as well, ma'am. I haven't gone to work all week. I've been in bed rest.
All right. What's the report on Ms. Natividad?
Your Honor, let me go back to she has the issues on the Smart Start unit, Your Honor. She has a mobile device. She has missed test windows, Your Honor, and then she also has where she tests late. She missed a test window on May 10th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and she tested at 9:10 p.m. for her 9 to midnight test window. She did also test she missed her test on May 18th at 6:44 p.m. Actually, she blew a 0.094.
What date was that?
That would be May 18th, Your Honor. May 18th, at 6:47 p.m., she blew a .092.
Had that not been reported before? Have we addressed that already?
She went on the 19th, Your Honor, the next day. She went to RMS to go get a UA ETG and she tested negative.
Okay.
For July, Your Honor, she missed her test window for July 5th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. She did test at until 9:32 p.m., which was her test window for her night test window from her 9 to midnight. She also missed her test window July 11th from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. She tested at 5 in the morning. She missed her test window on the 14th of July from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. and she tested at 12:03 noon, Your Honor. She also did have at the 12:03 on July 14th, she blew a .020. And then at 12:06 p.m., she blew a .018. She also went to RMS and she also tested negative, Your Honor. She missed test window August 4th, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. She did test at 12:07 p.m. So it was a few hours later that she tested, Your Honor, which was for her 12 to 2 test window. She missed her test window on August 13th from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. She tested prior at 9:11 p.m. on August 12th. Then she tested on August 13th at 12:05 p.m. So she did have a true miss for that test window. She missed her test window on August 14th from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. She did test at 12:04 p.m. So she did miss that test window, Your Honor. She tested prior at 9:01 p.m. August 17th, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. She tested prior. She missed that test window, Your Honor. She tested prior on August 16th at 9:03 p.m. And then she tested on August 17th at 12:07 p.m. She missed that window, that true window. Missed her test on August 20th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. She tested prior on August 20th at 6:27 in the morning. And then she tested at 5:01 p.m. So she did miss that 12 to 2 test window. She missed her test window on August 21st from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. She tested prior on August 21st at 1 o'clock in the morning. Then she tested at 1:32 p.m. So she did miss that 5 to 7 in the morning test window. She missed her test window on August 20th.
Let me just go ahead and start because I think I've jumped ahead here and I still see some more positives in October. And I don't see, oh yeah, I do see there was a negative. Why are we getting negatives? Why does that happen, Ms. Gandara? Because there's instances of positives and then she's going in and doing the ETG test and those are always coming out negative.
So what's happening is she was using mouthwash, Judge. She's using mouthwash. If she eats something and blows and tests on the device right then and there, those particles sometimes go into the unit. And that's where I've told her that she has to be careful on what she's using for her oral care. And for my clients to always carry water with them so that they can rinse their mouth out before they do their test.
Ms. Natividad, what is going on? Why can you not test on time?
Well, it's because the thing is, Miss, that, well, of course, during the day, I try my hardest, even if it's a couple hours. I know I messed up, Judge. I am working, so I try my hardest, even if it's like, I try to rush myself during the day, but in the night, for sure, at 9, Miss, is because I'm
not Miss. Don't call me Miss. Do not call me Miss. You can call me Judge. You can call me Your Honor. I'm not Miss. Okay? You're in the court.
Well, at 9 is because by like 8, me and my daughter are asleep, and I'm a very heavy sleeper. Other than that,
Ms. Natividad, listen to me. you're gonna end up doing jail time because you cannot test timely. I'm not real comfortable with these positives that I'm seeing either, but I'll take Ms. Gandara's assessment of it because you're going in and following up with another test. I'm not real psyched about that, but what I'm seeing right now, first of all, what I'm seeing right now, I feel comfortable just revoking your probation and then you can just do a stint of jail time. So I'm not gonna give her,
Your Honor, if I may interrupt, I apologize.
what?
Before the court makes a decision, there's some violations that are not on the report that you have, Your Honor.
Okay, what are they?
December 1st through December 6th.
What is that?
December 5th, which was Monday, she missed her 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. She tested prior on December 4th at 5:02 in the afternoon. GPS shows her at 1202 Futurity Drive, Sunland Park, New Mexico.
Okay, so you're at the casino. Okay.
And then she tested on December 5th, Monday at 5:59 in the morning. She tested clean. She missed her test window December 6th, which was Tuesday, Your Honor, from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. That's when she was, she did provide paperwork that she was at the hospital, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're at the casino, Miss Natividad. What are you doing?
I was babysitting my nephew in the hotel, miss. I was not at the casino, but I was in the hotel next door.
All right. So are you working?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
What are your work hours?
Well, they vary. It's from 6
Where
to
do you work?
BPL Plasma in the Alameda one.
Varies like how?
Well, it's because we have morning schedule and then we have night schedule, and like we switch between employees. Like sometimes they give us the day schedule, like in the morning from 6 to I would say like 3, and then at night it would be like from 12 to 10.
And when does that happen? What are you on right now?
Well, if I can go ahead and look at my schedule, ma'am, it's on my phone. Okay, so for this week, so I work on the weekend from 6 to 1. And then during the
6
week, I
a.m.
work,
to 1 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 1 a.m.?
no, 6 a.m. ma'am.
Okay.
And then during the week from 9 to 6 on Monday through Wednesday. Wait, I'm sorry, 8 to 5. And then Wednesday, 9 to 6, 9 to 6, and then 1:30 to 10 in Friday.
Okay. Ms. Gandara, I'm showing that she has a speeding ticket in April of 2022. And if I'm not mistaken, I know she's allowed to drive with a valid driver's license, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor, but she has no driver.
Yeah.
She
Are you
has no driver.
driving, Ms. Natividad?
No, ma'am.
So how do we get the speeding ticket? Marissa, send it to me, please.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll send it right now.
My ex-boyfriend had bought me a car, but with his name on it. But we're no longer together.
So your boyfriend bought you a car, but you're not driving?
I'm not with him at the time, ma'am.
That's not my question. You have a car, but you're not driving? Are you driving or are you not driving?
Well, no, because I know the rules, ma'am. And then if it said stately, like if I have a car, that I need to put the Smart Start in my car.
Well, no, I understand that based on that, you may not want to say you're driving, but if I have a speeding ticket with your name on it.
Well, yeah, of course I was driving at that time.
Okay, so I'm having to pull answers out of you. All right, so that changes things, right? Because if you're operating a vehicle, right? Because you're telling probation you're not driving and you didn't have a car, right? Ms. Gala, isn't that what she told probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
You're lying. Yeah, there's nothing good right here about this situation. Marissa, give me that oh, here it is. So you want to keep lying? You want to tell the truth, Miss Natividad?
No, ma'am, I'll try it.
You're at the casino babysitting next door at the hotel, but you're not drinking. I have positives.
Yes, ma'am,
whether
I,
it's mouthwash.
no, I wasn't drinking, ma'am, I'm being completely honest. I was babysitting my nephew. It's because she wanted to go to the casino with her boyfriend, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll babysit him. And she gave me $20 to babysit him, so I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Does she have a
Because
curfew, Miss Bandera?
I've been struggling with money lately, and I really needed money to put my bills back up. My curfew's at 10, ma'am, I believe,
Yes.
if I recall.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So when she tested at futurity, was it after 10?
The futurity one was at 5:02 p.m., Your Honor.
And then she didn't test
And then
any?
she missed the 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. one.
Vámonos. All right, we're gonna
And
do.
the
Mhm.
GPS was not available for that 10 o'clock night one.
So a few things need to happen here. First of all, you need to do some jail time. So you're gonna do 15 days and you're gonna start tomorrow. You're going to turn yourself in by 9 p.m. tomorrow. You're going to be released at 4 a.m. You're gonna do those days work release straight. I think that will work with both of your weekend and week schedules.
Well, ma'am, it's because like I told you, it varies. So like this Saturday, I have, wait a second. Okay, yeah, well, this weekend, 6 to 1, and then, yeah, 6. All right, and then you said, that's for both weeks, ma'am?
That's until you complete the entire days. So that's 15 days. You're gonna have to work with your employer on that because I'll be honest with you, Ms. Natividad, I am not at all pleased with your dishonesty with probation and with the court.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're gonna do those days and you're also gonna, now we're gonna need to, if she's driving, we need to make sure she has a valid driver's license and insurance, and then she's gotta get a unit on the vehicle. She hasn't done
Yes,
her
ma'am.
parenting classes. I wonder what's going on. I mean, you have kids, right?
Yes, ma'am, I've been doing the other classes. That's the only class that I need left, and I should be good.
Ms. Natividad, I don't want to be dealing with games. Do you get what I'm telling you?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a long list here of non-compliance with the monitor, which really, in your situation, you know, we have other DWI people, they're not allowed to drive, and now all of a sudden, you know, piece by piece, we're asking you questions and more things are coming up. I don't feel like I can trust what you're telling the court or what you're telling probation. That's why you're getting the sanction.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will come back in January 12th at 10:30 via Zoom. I want to make sure, Ms. Gandara, that she has the monitor. I want a compliance report on that monitor. She's not to lapse in the monitor. So for example, she has the portable unit now. We don't let go of that portable unit until we get the intox on the vehicle.
Miss,
Monday. Ah, the
you
last
said
time
that,
you were calling
I'm
me
sorry,
Miss.
Judge. I'm so sorry, Judge. January, what you said? I'm sorry?
What did I say? January, did I say 12th?
You said the 12th, Your Honor.
Okay, at what?
10:30 a.m., just like we're doing that here.
Okay. And then you said to start the jail time when, ma'am?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. From
I think I said 9 to 4. 9 to 4 or 10 to 4, did I say? Somebody
9
tell
to 4, Your Honor.
9 to 4. So you
Okay,
gotta be
ma'am.
there at 9 p.m. and they'll let you out by 4 a.m.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
We'll come back on that date and see how she does, Ms. Gandara. Okay, all right.
Your Honor, if she doesn't have her, just to clarify so she can understand, if she doesn't have a valid driver's license, she knows that she's not supposed to be driving.
Mhm.
And if she gets her driver's license, she has to have insurance on the vehicle that she's going to be driving, and she has to have an interlock on
You
that
know,
vehicle.
my fear is this, is that I don't know that we can trust that she's going, if she doesn't have, do you have a driver's license, a valid driver's license, Ms. Natividad?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
So she's driving. So we need to have that monitor on there no matter what, because she's driving this vehicle. And she's not testing on the portable. So when she's skipping on the portable, she's hopping in her car over to the casino to party. And then it's like, oh yeah, nothing's going on. Yeah, no, we need the car monitor ASAP. But at no point can there be a lapse in that monitor.
So when she gets the interlock, we can remove the portable unit, or is she going to keep
Yes.
both, Your Honor?
No, she can remove the portable unit. It's not a DWI third, it's a DWI with a child, right? And she didn't have any
Yes.
priors. Ms. Rago, does she have any priors? Prior DWIs?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Wait, was that Ms. Rago?
No, that was Miss Natividad, Your Honor.
No prior DWIs?
Let me double check, Your Honor.
Yeah, let me double check too. I can see if I can look up Audubon if I have it. Mm. Oh, my wrap is expired. We had run it, but it's not there anymore. I'm just thinking if there's something in New Mexico or anything like that is actually what I'm thinking. All right. We'll go with that. I have the order committing, so we'll get that filed. If you all can, or Ms. Rago maybe, or I don't know, maybe Ms. Gandara, you can too. If you all can run something, if there's something there, let me know.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, but I think we're good with those orders.
If I may, Your Honor,
Mhm.
since she's going to be switching over to the interlock, may we increase testing for UAETGs?
Yes, ma'am. How often?
Right now, she twice a month, Your Honor, random.
Oh, that's fine.
With 24-hour notice.
Yep. That's good. All right. It's not that. Get it together, please. I don't want to be here again with this kind of stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. If there's nothing else, Ms. Gandara?
No, Your Honor, that is it.
Okay. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who's next?
Next one, Judge, is on page 8. It's cause number 2022 0D00167, State of Texas versus Gerardo Escobedo Campa. May I have announcements, please?
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state. Seats ready, Your Honor.
Diana Rivera for adult probation, Your Honor.
Let's see if. Let me see if Mr. Campa will. Oh my gosh, why is this an admonishment on Campa? A ver.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Campa, he has been compliant. It's just, he's traveling.
He's traveling.
Yes.
Your Honor, are we going to be waiting for Mr. Underwood?
I don't know if he's his attorney anymore, so let me see. Sometimes they're holdovers. I know. Frickin' cap.
Take off your hat. Take off.
Marissa, is this the guy that we lost in the 384th? That went through at the beginning of COVID?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Campa, are you there?
Okay, yes.
Mr. Campa, is Mr. Underwood or Mr. Avelar still your attorney?
No, they just reached out to me, but
Who?
the secretary, and they said that that if they needed to be or not, that if I was gonna hire them, I didn't understand why.
So
Or,
you haven't retained them for this hearing?
I didn't know I had to I had to pay again or anything.
I don't know anything about that. I just need to know if you have an attorney appearing on your behalf today. I don't see anybody, and I know Mr. Underwood or his office was representing you prior to your latest plea.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you haven't. All right. So, Ms. Rivera, what do
Yes.
you have for me on Mr. Campa?
So I wanted to start off, Your Honor, by mentioning that Mr. Campa, he has been making his monthly payments. He has not failed to complete the UAs or ATGs when instructed to do so. He is reporting on a monthly basis. He already completed the DWI repeat offender. He went through TAP. He was clear on September 14th. However, he is on his mobile device. He has not tested positive. However, he is traveling. When we did conduct the orientation back in August, he did mention he had to travel for work purposes since he is owner of 915 Construction, and he travels out of town to do projects for Walmart. I did request information in order to submit modifications to the court. However, he never submitted any information. So he has been instructed multiple times that he is not to be traveling. After reviewing his reports, it does show that he has been traveling from to New Mexico, Kansas.
Lincoln, Nebraska?
Yes.
Oklahoma, Kansas. But okay, so we have those.
Yes.
We have significant missed skip tests.
Correct. And then he does test within the hour after his testing window.
Did he report to that ETG test by December 5th? Says Mr. Campa was instructed to complete a UA ETG by the end of the day on 12/5/22.
No, the last UA that I have for him is for November 11th.
So hold on, Mr. Campa. So on
Sorry.
December 4th, he skipped 2 testing windows, 5 to 8 p.m. and 10 to 12 a.m. So 12/4. Okay, so is that when the Cowboys played Sunday night? Say that his kids were sick by the time he realized it was too late to test.
Not a fan of football or the Cowboys. Sorry about that.
Well, I didn't ask for your opinion, really, Mr. Campa.
Yeah.
So when I ask for something, then
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
ask you directly.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, sorry about that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did he appear for the ETG on 12/5?
No, he did not. I did call him regarding the skip test. He did mention his children were sick. He was sick as well. So I did tell him due to those 2 skip tests, he was instructed to complete a UA and ETG by the end of the day. I apologize.
And that didn't happen, right?
It did not.
Okay. So, Mr. Campa, you were in a unique position. No, put your hand up. You were in a unique position in that I think you, either because of COVID circumstances, other things, did not perform well in the probation cases that we had. And then this case comes up, those probation cases go away. And the idea is, right, you're going to get on this probation. And because there was so much difficulty, you were going to do everything to do what you were supposed to do. And this report tells me absolutely otherwise. I have all the way back from August, September, October, November, December, skip tests, you're traveling, and then you're not showing up for testing. So what's good about this report?
I did show, ma'am, and I did do it. So I have the no, I did not get the receipt, but it should be in the system, and I did go, ma'am. and they told me to sign and everything's good. So it should be there because I did go. I could go and get it again. And besides that, I still have my kids here at home. Mom tested positive, so I can't take them to school. And I've been with them throughout this 7-10 days that they're on medication, and me as well. So, and I'm sorry about that it wasn't on my turn to talk, but being about football, I don't watch, especially not the Cowboys. So I'm just with my kids 24/7 because of their baseball. And it's just something unfortunately that happened in the test. It is there. If it's not showing for whatever reason, I know it's there and I know I did it and I know it passed. So on that, it's like not something I didn't do. On the traveling, it's just because of the company, which is my job. And I did talk to my lawyer, and that's when we went to court, and he mentioned a little bit about it, which I talked to him and told him about that prior to being on January 1st when I got out. When I was getting my they gave me 60 days to get my machine. I got it within the 5 days because I know I'm not drinking, so I got it right off the bat. And he never helped me with saying that I was leaving town. And I told him that that's my job. Like, if I don't have that job, I have to take care of my kids, which I have them living with me. So I gotta provide for my kids. And the only thing I do is they play baseball pretty much every day because I got 2 of my kids. And that's why on these days, like,
Mr. Campa, just stop. Okay, so you're telling me, what are all the travel? Verhalen, Texas, Corona, New Mexico, Lincoln, Nebraska, all of that is work?
it's some of them I stop on the way because going to work. So I just sleep because I don't do like 15 hours drives or whatever with the guys. They have a couple of workers, and we just stop like to sleep because I don't believe on
All right,
driving
stop, Mr.
so far.
Campa. Ms. Rivera, is there anything regarding permission to be traveling for work purposes?
No, Your Honor. And if I may, I apologize. Mr. Campa, he did complete that UA and ETG on December 5th by 3:36. I apologize. That was my mistake. They were not uploaded. He does not have permission to travel as per his conditions of probation. And he does not have a valid driver's license, so he is not to be driving as well.
So for my purposes, if he is providing you with ahead of time, I'm never one to keep folks from making a living. You're not supposed to be driving if you don't have a driver's license. Do you have a driver's license?
No, ma'am, not at the moment.
In fact, I gotta think your conditions don't allow you to drive, period, right? You're on a DWI, no driving
Yes,
unless for grants
not
permission.
driving. No.
And so then we have significant skips. And I have yet to hear a good reason for so many skips. Do you have one?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So it's going to be a 10-day jail commitment. I understand you're caring for your kids and there's some potential health issues that you may be handling. So I will delay that commitment until the new year. You're going to start on January 6th. You're going to do that every day from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
going to need to fix your work schedule. I'll allow you to do it work release, but that's going to be your sanction. Mr. Campa, I don't know what it's going to take. I hope you will get on track because you're just like all the other folks I've seen today that don't seem to think that when you have a DWI felony offense, that the monitor is that important. You need to know it's important to me. Oh, you still have 30 days outstanding from the plea? Thank you, Marissa.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, now it's going to be 40. So he starts his ACOP and his additional 10 days.
Yes, ma'am.
So you'll have to figure that out.
Yes, ma'am.
It will start on January 6th with those hours. Mr. Campa, I have no patience for monitor compliance, non-compliance like I'm seeing with you. So from that, if there are any other concerns, work with Ms. Rivera, and Ms. Rivera let me know as he's working through the ACOP days and the OCJ, if there are any other concerns. I see his probation fees are what they're supposed to be, but if there are other concerns, let me know.
Okay. Will do, Your Honor. At this time, would the court like for us to submit modifications allowing him to travel for work purposes?
That's fine, but I'm not really understanding what he does, and he's not supposed to be driving. So the overriding condition there is that he not operate a motor vehicle, period.
Yes, ma'am.
That is whether you had a driver's license, have a driver's license or not. You are not allowed to drive.
Yes.
All right. Okay. We'll come back for a probation review in 60 days. Alrighty. Thank you.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you, Mr. Capa. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Next case on page 8, cause number 2022-0D03508, State of Texas versus Hector Elias Mendoza. May I have announcement of council?
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state, say Your Honor.
Mr. Huffman, you're muted.
My apologies. Good morning. Rick Huffman on behalf of Mr. Mendoza. We are
And
ready on.
is that your client? Mr. Mendoza is appearing remotely as well. We're scheduled for a motion to quash. I think I saw the motion. Mr. Huffman?
Judge, I did file a motion to quash. I actually had to amend it and clean it up a little bit, and I filed the amended petition this morning. The amended motion. I don't believe it's been accepted yet by the clerk. I did forward the amended motion to Ms. Myrna as well as Ms. Rago. And Judge, it's a fairly straightforward issue. But I was hoping we could kind of go off of the amended motion.
Are you okay to proceed, Ms. Rogel, on the amended motion?
I was looking at it in the middle of court, if possible. If I can have some time.
Yeah,
and
we're
then
gonna do
it's
Tuesday. We'll do Tuesday. I don't have it. I did read the first one and I was a little thrown off, so.
Yeah, Judge, yeah, I apologize for that.
We'll do Tuesday at 10:30.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Very much. Y'all are excused.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Stevens, you popped up here. What do you have?
I believe it's Barnaby Chavez, Judge.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't have anybody in the waiting room. I did have a.
Is he in custody?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. My bad.
That's okay. Where is he? I know I had him on my.
Page 3.
3? There it is. Okay. Oh, calling cards numbers 2021-0D02709, 2021-0D00712, 2020-0D06487, and 2022-0D02583. State of Texas versus Barnaby Chavez. I have an announcement.
Samantha Rogg on behalf of the state, say Your Honor.
Brent Stevens for Mr. Chavez, we're ready, Your Honor.
And Mr. Chavez is in custody, though we're set for a probation status hearing today. We have one new case, and I think we've had bond hearings on these, right, Brent? And now we're just trying to see maybe where we are with the new case. Have you all discussed anything?
I apologize, Judge, can you repeat that?
Have you all discussed anything? I mean, I think kind of the new case was the just new element here.
Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Preston, Mr. Stevens and I, we spoke this morning. We're currently pending, it was a 2020 case that we're waiting on labs. Mr. Munson indicated that we did receive labs and he's hoping to go to the grand jury sometime next week, Your Honor. And so that's going to be all the cases that's the only pending case that we have in PFAL currently, Your Honor.
Okay, so we have another drug case, but did that predate his plea on the other cases? Was that an older case? You said a 2020 case?
We weren't appointed on that, so I don't know the date.
Because we've got him on probation on the unauthorized use and the abandoning, endangering 2 cases. Those, I wonder if they were all part of that same incident. I don't know.
So it looked like the possession case, it was 7/4/2020. And then the unlawful use was 10/10/2020.
And the abandoning case, because that was that whole SWAT situation, right? Mr. Chavez and Mr. Chavez.
The abandoning case was 9/16/2021, Your Honor.
Okay, so this is kind of an on its own, but maybe has a date of offense before. Okay, so we have a drug case coming down the pipe. But anyways, what about the smuggling case? Is there a rec for everything?
Right now, not including the possession case. This is from Mr. Munson. This is his case. It's 3-2, Your Honor.
Sounds pretty reasonable, Brett.
Well, we're just waiting on the drug case. That's really throwing a wrench into everything. I just found out about that this morning. So I'll have to talk to Barnaby to figure out what that's about. Preston told me he's going to try to get me the reports a little bit before he goes to the grand jury, or I'll get them immediately thereafter. So
do we have future settings for everything?
We do, Judge.
Well, let's just go to the next setting. If you need something outside of that, Brent, let me know. Hopefully we'll have that new drug case and see if we come to some kind of resolution or not.
If we cannot come to a resolution, I'll probably want to have a motion to suppress, but if we do come to a resolution, considering how many cases there are, I'm sure we will.
Okay, sounds good. Let me know. All right, there's nothing else. We're good to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge.
And if that's everything, let's get off of YouTube.
That's it.